Artifacts, the most important part of every single character's kit, and generally every single Genshin Impact player's worst nightmare when it comes to farming, because not only it is resin draining, but a lot of the time it is resin wasting as well from all of the bot RNG you're basically getting. But I'm sure if you've been playing Genshin Impact for a long time, then everything is basically fine at this point. Just like myself, I don't really care about bad RNG in artifacts any longer. I just simply put myself out there and grind every single day, because you know, at the end of the day there aren't too many things to do in Genshin Impact in endgame, therefore we're just saving resins to farm for artifacts. But speaking about artifacts, today we're going to be discussing into some of the best artifacts that is going to be very useful for you, and technically speaking I would say it is also future proof, so it is something that is very worthwhile for you to invest your resin in regardless. Now, first off, how we're basically determining these artifacts onto the list is first certainly on its popularity in terms of how many characters these artifacts are being utilized, while also determining in the domain that it is placed in, because farming artifacts is once again RNG, and there are a lot of chances that you will be getting the artifacts that is running alongside with the one we're discussing within a domain. Also, the reason why these are considered to be so strong is because the majority of them are for off-field or sub-DPS characters, and as you know, we basically should be having at least 2 sub-DPS characters on every team. Heck, even sometimes we're running 3 of them on a team, disregarding a healer. Therefore, there are a lot of demands for good artifact pieces on this set. And also, some of these artifacts we're going to be discussing are available within the strongbox. However, it is still worth creating more of these artifacts, because as I have mentioned, I would say that they are pretty much future proof and will be staying around for a very long time. So having more of these pieces are just going to be beneficial for you. So with those considerations, these are the artifacts that are on the list. Do note that, guys, is that the order is not from worst to best, and any of the artifacts mentioned in this video are on the same level of priority. And then first off, we have Noblesse Oblige, giving you elemental burst damage of 20% at 2 piece, and at 4 piece you're basically after the character using elemental burst. All of your characters get a 20% attack bonus that lasts for 12 seconds, and it do not stacks. Now, this may be our oldest set on this list here, since it was released from the very start of the game, and since back then it's always been a go-to set for players who are building their supports. Now, this set is not just only for support, but it's actually more focused on sub-DPS character who focus on helping your team with their burst of field damage, and then also buffing your team even further with the 4 piece. It is still one of the best artifact sets right now, and quite literally any sub-DPS off-field character can put this on and it will still have some use for your team. This set is in the artifact strongbox, so if you've been farming a lot of your artifacts and you have 5-star artifact pieces to spare, you can try dumping it in and try to get more Noblesse Oblige artifacts. Now, the characters that can make best use of this specific artifacts are gonna be Amber, Lisa, Bennett, Xiangling, Xingqiu, Diona, Mona, Beidou, Ningguang, Jin, Sarah, Yelan, Zhongli, and Yai Miko. I'm not really sure if I'm missing any characters here, but as you can see, Noblesse Oblige has a lot of usage across many different characters, so having more of this artifact is just gonna benefit you in the long run. Next, we have Tenacity of Millilith, giving you HP increase by 20% at 2 piece bonus, and at 4 piece, basically when an elemental skill hits an opponent, your party member attack is increased by 20% with a shield strength increase by 30% for 3 seconds. And this can also be triggered when the character is off field. So this is a support focus set that benefits tremendously for your team if you're running a shield, because the 30% shield strength bonus is a significant increase. But even if you're not having a shield, the mere 20% attack bonus for your team is really worthwhile. Now this set will be a bit more focused on character that scales with HP, and right now we already have a lot of those characters, making this set quite valuable. Not to mention future support HP scaling character as well, so its value is going to be staying around for a long time. The character that can make the most use out of these artifacts are going to be Zhongli, Yelan, Kuki Shinobu, Albedo, Dia, Barbara, Layla, and Dori. After that, we have the Emblem of Severed Fate. Quite literally the best artifact damaging set for sub DPS character at this point. This set is just so good that it literally solves every single issue a sub DPS character have and satisfies all of their wants. I really can't find a flaw to this set and we'll be talking about why. So sub DPS character, as you know, focuses on having their damage off-field, and the majority of that comes off of their burst. Talking about burst damage, you require a lot of energy, and that is where this set first solves your issue, because the 2-piece set is giving you an energy recharge of 20%, but the 4-piece bonus set is where it goes amazing. Now this set rewards you from basically the more energy recharge you have, the more burst damage that you will do. It does cap out at 75% damage bonus, or that should be around 250% energy recharge, but this is basically an ER investment build for your character that solves everything for a sub DPS character. Running this set and your character will never have to worry about not having your burst up every rotation while increasing their damage as well. Not to mention that the domain this set is running in is really good alongside with Shimenawa, though a more DPS focused set, but Shimenawa is a valuable set that you can stack on also. The character that can make most use of these sets are going to be Raiden Shogun, Yelan, Ayaka, Dia, Venti, Xiangling, Xingqiu, Beidou, and Dori. Next we have the Gilded Dream. At 2-piece it is giving you EM increase by 80%, and with 4-piece basically whenever you're triggering elemental reaction, the character that's equipping this set is gonna be getting their attack increased by 14% by each member that is the same elemental type of the equipping character, and a 50 EM bonus for every member of different elemental type. So this is a very powerful artifact set that allow character who scales with EM takes their damage to the next level. Before we didn't really have a dedicated set for EM character yet, but now with the Gilded Dream, I don't think there's going to be any fact that will be replacing it soon when it comes to buffing EM, since a 4-piece bonuses is just a treat of either you're getting an attack increase or EM, and nonetheless that will be beneficial for your character. Right now the character that benefits most from these artifacts are going to be Kale, Dendro MC, Nahida, Tainari, Nilu, Sino, Yaimiko, even Kazuha, Kuki Shinobu, and Toma. And then we also have the Deep Wood memory set. At 2-piece you're getting a 15% dendro damage bonus. At 4-piece, basically after getting hit by elemental skills or burst damage, the target's dendro resistance will be decreased by 30% for 8 seconds. Now this artifact set is quite purely for dendro character at this point, even though it sounds limited, but technically it goes interchangeably with the Gilded Dream set, because firstly these two sets are in the same domain, so it's basically a win regardless of which one you get. But also when you're building a team, especially around dendro characters, you should be having at least one user of Deep Wood, and on the main DPS on field will be using Gilded Dream mostly. That way you're making the most out of the damage potential. For example, if you're running Nahida with Gilded Dream set, she will be doing considerably less damage if you don't have Dendro MC on the team running Deep Wood helping out, for example. So overall, as you can see, these sets just go together really well. At this point, the character that most benefit off of these sets are gonna be basically all of the Dendro characters, which are Kale, Dendro MC, Nahida, Tainari, and Yao Yao. And coming up next in patch 3.6, we're gonna be having Kave, I'm not really know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, and also Baizu. So therefore, if you don't know what to do with your resins at the end of the day, just basically dump all of your resins into farming this artifacts domain. Now on top of all of the artifacts artifacts we have just discussed, there's also an honorable mention artifact sets I want to talk about, and that is gonna be the 4-piece Viridescent. At 2-piece, you're getting an Anemo damage bonus of 15%, and at 4-piece, it increases spread damage by 60%, and the enemy hit by spread will get their resistance reduced by 40% of the corresponding element. And this is still the most powerful set for a non-DPS Anemo character at 4-piece. So aside from Xiao, Hazel, and Wanderer, who is purely an Anemo DPS and generally won't be using the 4-piece, any other Anemo character till this point will most likely be using 4-piece Viridescent. The elemental resistance shred is just too valuable because till now resistance shred character is still quite limited. We only have attack increase while not much ability to shredding opponent, which is why Anemo character are still some of the best support character in the game right now. Main reason why it's standing in honorable mention is because it's only for Anemo character right now, plus it is very hard to farm, guys, and you know why? It's because generally when it comes to Anemo support or field, you will want to have likely an EM piece, and some of the character like Sucrose or Kazuha would want a full EM build. Therefore, you have to farm for a very long time for a full EM 4-piece Viridescent set, which in my case it basically took like 2 years because I have finally just finished my 4-piece EM build for Sucrose and Kazuha, and that is going to be costing you a lot of resins. Not to mention the maiden set that you're potentially getting alongside with it, like literally the worst set you're getting in the game, you're never going to be using it. However, the good thing is that since it is now in the artifact strongbox, it is a lot easier to come by. So if you haven't been lucky with your artifacts farming, you can just dump that to 4-piece VV in the strongbox as well. So those guys, I would say, are some of the best artifacts that you can put your resins in farming if you don't really know what to do in the game, because as we have discussed, it has a lot of potential, especially when using with a sub DPS and off-field characters, and its value are gonna be staying for a long time. Let me know down in the comment, guys, what you guys think about these artifact sets, or if you have any other recommendation artifact sets you'd like to discuss, you can leave it there in the comment. Again, guys, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to my channel, as it is a free way to support me and so that you're not missing out on my future Genshin Impact content. Again, I really appreciate you guys sticking with me till this part of the video, and with that, I wish you a super day and I will catch you on my next video.